Having made the decision about what he is going to do with his tools and life, the fool sets off on his way, impatient to get on with his plans. This is when he comes across the Empress. Nursing a child and surrounded by young animals and plants, she reminds him of his mother, and for a moment he misses his mother's love, advice and protection. The Empress is so attractive she appeals to the fool's taste, touch, smell, sound and sight. The fool tells her his story, and giving him a motherly smile, she gives him this advice. Like a newborn baby or newly planted seeds, a new creation is fragile. It requires patience and nurturing. It needs love and attention. Only this will bring it to fruition. At last the fool understands that his creations will take time to develop and that there will be need for adjustment and improvisation. The fool was given options by the magician and decided on one with the help from the high priestess. He learned how to develop it thanks to the Empress. Now it has reached a stage where he must find a way to manage his own creation. How do I do this, he wonders. He travels into a kingdom and notices that everyone there instantly and equally obeys the emperor. And the fool notices how well everything runs to order. Bowing low, he approaches the emperor and asks him how he does it. It's all very well to be imaginative, creative, to trust to instinct and be patient, says the emperor, but to be in control you must be alert, brave and aggressive. You must be strong-willed and have a strong foundation of laws and order. That way you can provide for and protect your people so that they can relax and enjoy life. Ready now to lead rather than be led, the fool heads off, out with new determination and grit. The fool has now created a solid foundation on which to build his future, but he is suddenly struck with fear and panic. He worries that everything he has worked for may be taken away by thieves or misfortune. Or what if he hasn't been good enough, and what he has created won't stand the test of time? In a panic he seeks out a wise and holy man. He finds the holy man sitting on a strong and sturdy throne, perched on a hill, so that he can observe all that has happened, is happening, and will happen. The fool tells the high priest his fears, and asks Nat how best to keep these fears at bay. There are two ways, says the priest. Either give up that which you fear you will lose, so that it no longer has any power over you, or consider what you would do if your fear comes to pass. The fool realises that he would still keep the experience and knowledge that he had gained to this point, but was worried about his community of friends he'd discovered, thanks to his creation. The priest advises him, if your community has traditions that you all share, ethics and beliefs, then you will never lose that fellowship, even if circumstances force you to part. You can even pass such on to your children, giving them the same fellowship with each other as past generations. Hearing this, the fool feels his heart ease. He makes his way to a meeting with friends. Tonight they will talk about how they can create lessons and traditions to preserve not only their experience and knowledge, but also their community. The fool comes to a crossroads. He is filled with energy, confidence and purpose. He knows exactly what he wants to do and where he wants to go. He sees the path that he plans on taking, but standing before the other way is the most attractive person he has ever seen. The fool has had relationships with people before. Some were beautiful, some were rich, some funny, some pleasant and comfortable. But this person is different. The fool has been shot in the heart with Cupid's arrow, and it seems as if everything around him is sunshine and flowers, fresh grass and blue skies. He feels both pleasure and surprise. As they speak, the fool feels he has found a missing part of himself. They finish each other's sentences, think the same thoughts. Though he had planned on following the other path, the fool knows he cannot walk away from this person. He makes a choice, and together they head down a whole new path. The fool is now close to completing what he set out to do, but competitors are now surrounding him, and his responsibilities are pulling him in all different directions. There is no forward movement. It is taking all his strength just to stay where he is. It is now that he meets a charioteer. "You seem like a victorious warrior," the fool remarks. "What should I do?" "First you must arm yourself. Then you must focus on your goal. Then you control and direct your team to work in harmony under your mastery. Never doubt, never lose focus or your motivation." The fool is impressed and inspired. He thanks the charioteer, and before he can leave, the charioteer tells him, "Victory is not the end, it is the beginning. Remember that before you decide to enter any contests."